Nice job.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little sick, so my voice sounds a little funny, but...
Just joking.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. We are going to show you what we do while the kids nap. We actually are doing, I guess, something a little bit different than we normally do. We're gonna finally sit down together and do our family goals. We've been meaning to do this since the beginning of January, and it's almost the end.
We're down a month.
We're almost down a whole month. That's okay. We're gonna do it now. It's never too late to start, so you haven't done yours, no shame, you're good. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna kind of basically be super open with you guys and tell you what our family goals are. We might keep a couple of them private depending. We're gonna share those with you guys. I'm excited, and we'll show you guys those too, kind of give you a behind the scenes look of what we are gonna do to try to keep ourselves on track this year. And then of course, we'll show you all the other things that we do to cram things in while the kids are sleeping, because it's our most productive time of the day, or sometimes our laziest.
Yeah.
Just depends on the day. Okay, let's get started.
So we're gonna use Google Docs, guys. Easy peasy. And then we have some other ways that we line up our goals, but Google Doc is amazing. You just share it with each other.
Yeah, so we're gonna organize our thoughts there. Okay, so that took us a lot longer than we expected.
Yeah.
We got really into it. It was really fun, but we got it kind of exact, and we kind of started even breaking the goals down into daily, weekly, attainable things to try to reach those goals. Should we just kind of go over them?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, if you don't plan, it is very difficult to reach goals. And Brooke is way better at goal setting than I am, and she actually got me into it. Hats off to her for getting me into it. I've never really been into it. I just thought I can just walk through life and just do whatever. Goal setting is huge and has become a priority of mine. Even though Brooke sometimes still has to drag me to do it, it really helps and works.
Well, and I shared this on my podcast, the Same Sis podcast. We did a whole goal episode. So if you're interested in hearing more about how we are intentional with our goals, you should go listen to that. But last year, Rhett and I set a goal to reach 300K on TikTok. And when he said that, I was like, nope, there's no way. That's going to be impossible. And literally, I think a couple days before the New Year's, we reached 300K. I just really believe in manifesting, putting it out there into the world, and it's gonna happen. I mean, not without work. I think writing it down, taking steps to try to get there, and thinking about it all the time, thinking positive thoughts about it. I don't know, I really believe in it, and I think that we can create any life that we want.
Yeah, and also goal setting needs to be very realistic. I think a lot of times, especially for me, I set goals that I'm like, oh man, I don't know if that's realistic. And so I have to take a step back and look at it again. 300K for TikTok I remember I said it to Brooke and she was like, no way. And I'm like, I think we can do it. So obviously, like she said, hard work, and you just plan it. Especially us, we're a family. We have 2 kids under 2. Or no, yeah, 2 kids under 2. And
Asher's 2 now, so I mean.
But I'm just saying the age 2, Yeah. And so planning is really important for us.
Yeah.
Or else we wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah. We're just going to break them down, and we'll try to kind of go through them really quickly.
We do break them up into categories. So we base them off,
So we did marriage, kids, work, financial, physical, and spiritual. And then we have our dream trips for the year. We also like to have establish a feeling instead of just we want to have family dinners with no phones and no TV. And that's not just the goal, it's because we have a specific feeling in mind that we want for that goal. That's kind of helps direct us. For our first one, marriage, I think that we just really want to feel a sense of togetherness and cohesiveness. I think one thing that I struggle with, I'm not going to say this for Rhett because I don't think he really struggles as much as I do. I think I struggle a little bit with maybe wanting to improve Rhett because I want to work on my self-improvement, so then I think that he needs to, or
which I normally, odds are I probably do.
But that's not like our job as a spouse, like, is not to try to improve your spouse. I think that we can motivate each other
In a good way.
in a good way. And I'm not saying like I am constantly telling Rhett things that he does wrong. I think
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I think that that's like one of my things that I know I need to work on, and like I want us to each be our own human beings that have like our own accountability to each other.
We really want to do a date night a week, and I told Brooke this last week that as parents with 2 kids in the house, I'm starting to go a little crazy. Brooke notices it. We told ourselves one night a week we're gonna have no kids and we're going on a date. And I know that sounds really silly and kind of dumb, I guess, but I'm telling you, I just feel like it's what we need right now.
Well, and I don't think it sounds dumb. I think everybody says that.
So you have couples that probably do more than one date night a week, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm just saying it's a must.
We need to get a babysitter once a week and be like without our kids, just
See
us
ya.
two.
Bye. Yeah.
And we're gonna switch off who has to plan or who gets to plan. I don't know, however you want to think of it, but I like when Rhett plans, so I need to take some responsibility and plan as well. That was one of them. Another one is we did pick a number for how many times we want to have sex a month.
We're getting very intimate here.
We are. And I just want to say that because I feel like as parents, like sometimes like that can just like kind of be like brushed under the rug. It's like the last thing you want to do, or in reality, that's not the last thing that we want to do. It's just that
you're not thinking about it.
A million other things are on the top of your list. We have like set a number, and we want to, no matter what, kind of like try to stick to that number. If we have to plan it, then we plan it. We have never really planned in the past, but like I feel like as we like get busier, that may be something that we might have to implement to be able to reach this number. Okay, our next one.
We both do this terribly.
Probably like the number one rule that you shouldn't do in a marriage, and we do it.
And I'm sure, I'm not trying to speak for other couples, but I'm sure a lot of couples do this. And we want to try not to keep tabs on each other, aka not do the whole, oh, well, I did this and you did that. We don't want to do that. And we do it a lot. So that is why it is in our yearly planning.
Yeah. And we both do it, and it's
so bad.
I think it's hard because we both work from home, and I think that's kind of like, I think the struggle is that like I want more time to be able to work by myself, like without being interrupted by the kids or whatever, and he feels the same. And so we're both like kind of fighting over like time to work. And so it's not even like, oh, I didn't have to clean and you had to clean. It's more so like, well, I've already had the kids all morning, like
it's your
turn to take the kids so I can work. It's a lot of like work situations, which I feel like typically in a couple you don't have to deal with, and so maybe that's why we do it more so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to justify why we do this really bad thing. So then our next one is we want to be open to talk through issues that one another is having. And I feel like we probably both struggle with this. It's hard to hear maybe something that you're doing that is wrong, that you don't want someone to tell you that. And I just like want us both to be open to hearing it without like immediately going on the defense, which
we both do.
We both do that because, you know, I'm always right. And so, yeah, that's another one of our goals in our marriage that we want to work on. We want to do family dinners with no phones and no TV. We are pretty good about no phones, but sometimes we'll like turn on the TV, but I really want, like, as our kids are now getting kind of older and able to like talk with us and everything, I really want us to like be in the moment, try to like have conversations. Dinner time is like super stressful. A lot of times we are not even eating, we're mostly just feeding our kids. I just want to try to somehow make family dinners more enjoyable. And
then one family date a month. So this is something as far as like bowling, movies, the zoo. We need to be better at taking our kids out to do activities. We do it, but we need to do it more often.
We just do like the same things, I guess.
Yeah. So one big one, quote unquote. So the park or bowling or
do like the Great Wolf Lodge we put down, going to one of our parents' cabins.
Kids museum.
Going to a kids museum. Yeah, I just feel like having like one like big fun activity that we do as a family would be really fun. Okay, the next one is I kind of like did like separate goals for Clove and Asher. For Asher, like this year, I really want to encourage him to help us with anything that we're doing. So whether that's like cleaning, helping us cook, helping us with Clove, and to try to like include Clove with anything that he's doing. So maybe he's playing kitchen. Make it so that he's so used to having Clove there playing with him that it's, I don't know, not an issue later on.
Right.
because I feel like it could be easy to like separate them to do two different activities, but I really want them to have like a really good, fun relationship.
Next one is make sure to spend more one-on-one time with Clove because she's so little.
And I feel like it's because Asher is the older one, it's a lot easier to like do things based off like his needs or wants, and like Clove kind of just like gets dragged along to whatever we're doing with Asher. So I really want to try to make sure that we're doing all those things that I did with Asher when he was the only baby with Clove. And so like I did a lot of teaching activities with him, a lot of reading, and I won't be able to do those with Asher because he's on a different level. So I want to make sure that she's getting that like one-on-one attention. And the next one is go on solo dates with the kids. So like maybe Rhett will just take Asher out for ice cream, or I'll take Clove out. We can go have like a play date with one of her little baby friends, like just
showing one-on-one time is I think really big, and it gets you to know your kid on a one-on-one level without interruptions.
Yeah.
And then the last one, try not to express frustration in front of the kids. This is something I do that's really bad. Brooke yelled at me the other day about it, but I think just, even just complaining in front of them, they know that, and especially Asher is starting to go to that age where he is starting to learn very easily, and so if I'm getting frustrated at a situation, he's going to get frustrated at situations, and plus it just makes them lose trust. So I think really making sure to not be frustrated is huge.
Yeah, and this can be like as simple as like when you're driving in the car, like, and you're frustrated with traffic, like try not to like show those negative emotions in front of them. I'm not trying to like name names or anything. Our next one is a work topic, and
we don't have to go into too much depth in this because,
well, honestly, it's kind of a little bit personal. We did a lot of like strategizing and things that, I don't know, maybe if you guys want a later video about how like we strategize.
We can put that out. We basically talked about, how many followers and subscribers we wanted to have by the end of the year. We planned that accordingly to how many we're getting monthly. I'll just say one of them because I think it's the one that we're both most excited about, and it is YouTube. Seeing as I predicted TikTok was right, I am predicting this one's going to be right. We made a goal by the end of the year, we want to have 500K subscribers, which I think it's very possible. We're almost to 100K. I think, with your guys' help and everyone, I think we'll get there. That's going to be solely off us putting out fun content that you guys want to see. Really, seeing that your guys enjoying our videos. That's kind of the main one. We do have other like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We don't really need to get in depth with those.
Basically, what we've done for work is we've chosen a number based on like our growth in the past and like what we think is attainable for us, and then we've split that number in 12 by 12 so that per month, and then we could even split that down into weeks. So like how many, let's just go with subscribers for YouTube, how many subscribers we need to get each week in order to reach that 500K mark, and then what we need to do every day or every week to get that subscriber number up for that week. I feel like that may be a helpful tool for you guys in order to like figure out how to break down your goal. And the next one is our financial goals.
We based it off last year's income.
Yeah,
and so
last year's income and added on to that.
We're not going to get too into it because it is personal. Long story short, we took our last year's goal and we touched up on it and really evaluated it and thought to ourselves, okay, like we split it up into where we made our money, and we looked at it and said, okay, how much did we make this month? And we simply just added on to that because everyone obviously wants to get better. So we want to make more money than we did last year. So we evaluated it and then added a little bit extra onto it.
Broke down like all of the different places we make revenue from, and like what we could do to increase that revenue little bits, and like have it all add up to our final goal.
Again, if you guys are like interested in this, we're just not sharing it right now because it is personal, but we want to be on a personal level with you guys. So if you want to know more about it, just tell us in the comments and we can honestly tell you more. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
The next one was physical.
This is like our personal fitness, wellness.
Physical. So this is like we each have done separate ones. We're each basing those off of like our physical goals and like how we want to feel. I mean, those are pretty self-explanatory, just like how like we want to work out, how we want to eat. If we're like taking weekly photos, measurements, weights, whatever, writing in a wellness journal, that type of thing. And then we did a spiritual goals.
This one is a personal thing for us because we
We're religious.
We're religious, and so this is something that we believe helps our family.
And we have to like set pretty realistic ones with this because
it's hard.
It's hard. I think our biggest problem with our spirituality is we're lazy.
That's what it is.
We just really want to make sure we're always doing our dinner prayers with the family. We want to pray with each of the kids individually each night. We want to make sure we're going to church, going to the temple, and that we're reading our scriptures. And praying individually as well. Those were kind of our spiritual goals and like things that just are going to kind of help us stay on the right track spiritually with everything that the decisions we make and everything. Very last one, the funnest one of all, is our trips we want to take this year. We've wanted to do this for so long, but we are going to do a 1-month trip to Europe, and we're going to take a nanny with us, probably one of my siblings. That will be super fun. We're kind of like limiting all the rest of our trips. Like we normally take a lot more trips during the year, but I feel like that's going to be like a really big expense and a lot of time, obviously, the whole month. We're kind of like cutting back and are just going to do like maybe 2 other small trips. We want to do like a trip for our anniversary with no kids. We just like would love a couple days away from them and just the 2 of us. And then I would love to do either like a cozy fall or winter trip somewhere here in the United States, whether we're like going to like a really beautiful cabin in like the snow, or go like to a cute cabin in the fall leaves.
Maine or the East Coast.
Yeah. So we're really excited about those. I don't know. I hope that like you guys found this insightful and you enjoyed this video. I don't know if you guys even like us just like sitting here and talking to you for an hour. We actually like ate up basically the entire nap of doing this.
We already hear our kids up, so.
Yeah. Okay, so then I just wanted to say a couple more things about manifesting our 2023, and that is Rhett and I both really want to start doing like meditations or like affirmation time in the morning where we like sit and visualize our year, how we want it to end up, like visualize ourselves already in that space. We've listened to a couple cool podcasts about this lately. Joe Dispenza, if you guys have heard of him, he like is like super inspiring, talks all about like meditation and like how it can help your life. And then we listened to another podcast. Oh yeah, Rob Dyrdek. My friend Kylie told me about that episode on the Skinny Confidential with Rob Dyrdek, and it was super inspiring.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's really smart.
Yeah, so he like started out as a skateboarder, which you wouldn't think he would become like a successful businessman, but like now he's a like genius. So smart. Like he's just like really, I don't know, like taken life and like attacked it and like is just like superhuman. Like you need to go listen to the podcast because like the way he talks about like how he like is with his wife even is just like on another level, like the maturity level, just like everything. Like I aspire to be like that one day. We just are manifesting our best year ever this year. We're so excited. I feel like there's just so much potential out there for everybody and everything.
We're excited to grow our community too. I tell Brooke this all the time. I'm like, we want to grow a community of people that just like to be with one another and see fun things. And so that's what we're really trying to do, is we're trying to grow a fun community. Yeah. And it starts with you guys. Yeah.
We just really love interacting with you guys, and which is why we always ask for comments, because we like to hear from you and we like to see you guys interact as well.
Last note I'll say too, since this is going out tomorrow, if we hit 100K in 4 weeks, guys, 100K in 4 weeks, which is easily doable. I think we're at like 82. I'm going to bleach my hair. And I know that's not a huge deal for you guys, but it is for me. And Brooke told me, she goes, Rhett, that's too long. 4 weeks is too long. Like, that's way too long. I'm like, no, I think it's good. I don't know if we'll hit it. I don't know if we will.
When he told me that he said that on his Instagram, I was like, are you kidding me? Because I do not think he's going to look good with bleached hair, and I really don't want him to do it. But...
And maybe we'll have to surprise her on YouTube too about it. So maybe I shouldn't have said anything. But I'm just saying, 100K, you guys. Share this with your friends because you're going to want to see me with bleached hair, I promise you. The last time I had bleached hair was in junior high or in elementary, and it was bleached tips. And let me just say, I rocked it hard. Okay?
I'm terrified.
With the puka shell necklace, dude. Okay?
Gosh, yeah, he looked like straight up a mix between what is it, like the Beach Boys? No, not Beach Boys. Like a Beach Boy
an
and
ocean, a One Direction like.
Yeah, a mix between like One Direction and like a K-pop band guy. I'm not kidding. K-pop,
that's actually
like his hair was like very like
very
sticking
true.
out. Yeah.
Maybe I should find a picture and show you guys. But I'm serious. Subscribe. This will be bleached. But we love you guys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you Sunday.
Bye.